Okay, photo shooting. Hey guys, it's your girl Tineké Iman. That's Tineke. Don't forget the what dash IMAN. And I'm back with another video.
They say I'm too pretty to be spitting 16. I should be on the screen, posing for Maybelline. Or be a baby fat girl, kidding on my jean. Hood star, broad, black Barbie doll. Pardon me if the cockiness bothering y'all. I'm just... Carry on.
So let's get into it. So this video I'm going to do, like, obviously you've read the title so you kind of know already, but it's gonna be like my go-to makeup tutorial for beginners. So like if I'm going out on the prowl, that is so stupid, if I'm going out, you know, with my friends or whatever, just my go-to makeup, and it's gonna be for beginners. So I'm going to try and incorporate some like drugstore products. So drugstore, that's for Americans, but for us people in the UK, gang, there's Boots and Superdrug basically. But yeah, so I've got some drugstore products and some things which I haven't got equivalent to, so I'm just gonna use my normal stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna start with a primer. My primer is Fenty. I'm sorry guys. I haven't really found a drugstore primer that I like, so you need to make sure you're using primer. So basically primer just is the foundation to your whole face. Like, you have foundation, but this is the foundation to foundation. Like, this just gets your face popping and makes your makeup stay on. It helps with the creasing, helps with oiliness, it helps with dryness if you're dry. If you're complicated, it helps with being complicated, you know, sorts your life out. So make sure you put on primer before you do anything, okay? So this is the Fenty, I'm using the True Matte one. So we're gonna start with some primer and just slap that on your face like some lotion. Some people layer their primers, that they might put a thicker primer on in the parts where they crease, so like here and under your eyes, but I rarely do that. I think I've done that like once or twice, but you don't have to. But make sure you do get the parts where you crease. So next I'm going to use my foundation. So my foundation that I'm going to use is Maybelline. So if I can get this is my Maybelline Fit Me foundation, matte and poreless. This is probably my favourite at the moment cheap foundation. I haven't actually been in the drugstores for a little while, so I don't actually know what else is out there, but this still works for me, so I'm gonna use it. I'm in the colour 350, so we're just gonna put this on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use a damp beauty blender. Real Techniques has nice little cheap ones. Superdrug even has their own name brand ones, but this is an actual beauty blender. Even though I'm not really liking beauty blenders at the moment, because the more I wash it, they just fall apart. So I prefer like you can see the different materials, they are washed, but look, see, it's just falling apart, child. And this, I like this one more, but I'm gonna use this one later. And this is really my colour. Oh my, this is probably, like, not gonna lie, the best colour that matches me. So if you do use me for a colour reference, this is 350. And make sure your beauty blender or your sponge, whatever it is damp, because it just blends out much nicer than when it's dry. It's just dry. It's just dry and don't help. If you want, you can use a brush, but I prefer using the bum of my beauty blender. Again, make sure you get, I don't think I even said this, but make sure you get your ears and your neck. You don't want a line where it stops, and again, go into your hairline as well, honey. So we're going to take that excess off. Next, I'm going to go in with a highlighter. So we're going to use LA Girl. You know, can't go wrong with LA Girl. So I am using the colour Fawn, and I might use Warm Honey as well. So you want to highlight the centre of your face, what you want to bring attention to. Okay, so highlight the center of your face. Everyone highlights under their eyes, and then the rest of the stuff is optional. But yeah, so let's do that. Yeah, I do a triangle. You don't have to. Sometimes I just do lines like that. Depends how artistic I feel. But it doesn't really matter as long as it's under your eye. So I do that. I go here, so under my nose. Obviously if I'm looking here, it's because my mirror is there. I do my chin, a little bit of my forehead, and then the bridge of my nose. Looking like a little lioness. Now, I have learnt from Miss Tineké Iman that you want to let your concealer set a little bit, so dry down. Not too much where you can't blend it at all, but you get better coverage if it's dried down. So you can either just go about your business, go eat, I don't know. Or if you got me, like me, get my fan. And just wait and let it dry down. So once it's dried down for about 3 to 5 minutes, then I use my beauty blender. I use this one, especially when it has a point on it. It just helps a little bit better to get into the creases. But when it's drying down, I'm usually putting things away, so when I go out I could just go with a clean room. I don't have to come back to a messy room, so I normally do that. So I'll start with my chin and let this dry a bit more. And then I go under our eyes. And then if you want to make it a little bit brighter, so I'm going to go in with my warm honey. And just go under my eyes again. And then if you feel like there's a line, I just go in with my foundation and just blend out the areas where you feel like there's like a line, or you can see the difference. Just make it blend better. So let's go over with my foundation. So there my eyes are a bit lighter than the rest of my face. You can keep blending as much as you want until you get your preferred look. So next I'm going to contour my face. So for contour, it's to define. So what you want to see structure in, what you want to hide, what you want to slim down, that is what you contour. Now I usually use, not usually, you can use your LA Girl, but I haven't actually got any in my colour at the moment. So I'm just going to use my Too Faced one in Toffee. So the places I highlight is I always highlight, contour. I always contour my cheekbones. So I go from my hairline and I just draw a small line. You don't want it too long because then you're going to look stupid, okay? I'm just saying facts. So just halfway I do a line there. And then sometimes I do a line, depends how, much I think I've eaten or not. I do a line on my jawline, so just here, don't know if you can see it, there. So I do one there, and then I go around my hairline, so I'll stoop a little bit up here, do little dabs, and then sometimes I go here into this hairline. So it's kind of all on the outside, around the baby hairs. Some people might put it on their nose, but I prefer to use the bronzer on my nose. But yeah, we gonna blend that out. Same using a beauty blender. So I literally just pat it, I go up and down, and just starts to go like that, and then you just blend it out so it doesn't look so harsh. So you just keep patting. That, and go up, and the same on the other side. So you don't want to bring it down too far. Just pat, and just as you pat in it, you just bring it down a little bit so then it starts to blend out. The same, I bring it up to my ears and then down. I'm going to do the same thing, go back, don't put on any foundation, just use the excess that's on the beauty blender and then blend around it just to help it just not look so harsh. Just like that. So you can see like a small definition. Again, I don't go too dark. Some people act like this, but I like to stay a little bit simple. But yeah, you can see like a small definition. You can see where the dark areas are, and then you can see the light areas in my eyes. So we're gonna set that. So make sure anything that's cream, you want to set it with powder so it doesn't move. So I'm going to use my Revelation banana powder. Did I say Revelation? I meant Revolution. But anyway, I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. And then with the sponge that I did my highlight with, I'm gonna dab it in that and then just press it in. So I like to press it in, you don't want too much because then that's when you start dealing with flashback. So I kind of press it in on all the places where I highlighted. And I also do it here. I didn't highlight here, but it's under my contour, so it just makes my contour stand out just a little bit. Just shapes my face a bit more. Make sure you get those creases. So next I've got like a face powder. This is from Barry M. It's the light, it's so old to be honest, Afterglow Light Bronzer. So I'm just going to use that to help dust away. So use a face powder to help dust away the setting powder, and then just buff out the rest of your makeup so it's all blended in. So just doing like little circles, upwards in little circles. Normally I would go in with my Fenty bronzer just if I want to sharpen up my contour, but I'm not gonna do that because it's not from the drugstore, so I'm gonna leave that alone today. But that's what I would normally do, and then I also go in on my nose contour, but I'm gonna leave that too because it's not that bad. So after I finish setting my face with powder, I like to set my face with setting spray in the middle. So I'm going to use my trusty EYESHADOW. This is the dewy finish. I always use this regardless of what makeup look I'm doing. I do this step all the time. So we just spray and just let that set first. If you do accidentally spray too close and you get like droplets, just go in with your foundation one and just press in the droplets. So don't wipe them off, just literally press if you get any wet droplets on you. So after I've got the foundation, oh, this is looking really cute. It's looking very natural, but it looks flawless. I'm just saying, okay? Nicely put together. So what I'm gonna do is move on to my eyeshadow. Actually no, my eyebrows. What are you thinking? So I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I haven't got a drugstore product for eyebrows, but I am going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills. To be honest, I feel like a lot of people have Anastasia Beverly Hills anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. I do have an eyebrow tutorial, but we're gonna just brush them up. My eyebrow heads are quite thick right now. They're on the thickum side. And then I use my brush from MAC. This is the brush 263. I've been using this brush for like, not this exact one, but I get new ones, but for what, for about 4 years now, 4 or 5 years, probably about 5 years since I've been doing my brows. So 5 years. It's just the thinnest one. All the rest, all the other eyebrow brushes I feel like are too thick, and I don't like that. Now my eyebrows are on. I know some people, they like to do my hand's a bit dry. They like to do their eyebrows at the start, but it depends on my mood. Lately I've been doing it like after I've finished my whole base. of my makeup. To be honest, it doesn't really matter. I don't really like to do concealer around my eyes all the time because I feel like it looks a bit too dramatic and I ain't got time for that. But to each his own, that's your business, not mine. Moving on to my eyeshadows. So first you need a transition colour. So transition colour is what sets your eyes. It's like the base. It's so your lid colour blends into the rest of your makeup. So it's usually like a neutral or a nude to your skin colour. But yeah, so along those lines. So I'm going to use, so this is it's my Ray Ray palette from BH Cosmetics. This is not in stock at, I think it's finished, like I think it was a limited collection, but it's from BH Cosmetics and they're not that expensive. I feel like I have to sit out if I slouch. You can't see this on my face. So it's from BH Cosmetics, so which is not, it's an inexpensive makeup line. So if you use Brick here, and it just goes on the upper crease. So in between your lid and your eyebrow, basically. You don't need a lot. You just blend. So when I blending's all about taking your time. You can't rush it, and you just blend in light circles. So don't, and it's a pressure, like I don't put too much pressure on it. So it's just literally light circles going upwards and outwards. And then you can do some brush strokes as well, but it's mainly little circles, just like the. I'm going to save on the other side, so I literally lightly tap. And another thing with eyeshadow, build it up, like less is more. So if you're going with too much, then you're going to make a mistake. You start with a little bit, and then once you're okay with it, you can build it up and build it up and build it up, okay? So always go in lightly first. So that gives me a little bit of colour. So next I'm going to go in with blue. Okay, so we're going to do a lid colour, then we're going to do a little bit of a shimmer, a bit of a glitter. So with blue, I'm going to use the same brush, but you can use a different one. So I'm going to get, this is Cobalt. Some people do their eyeshadow before they do the rest of their makeup just because of getting kickback and drop out from the eyeshadow palettes. It depends on your eyeshadow palette. I usually do it on the ones I know that are going to give me that. They're not going to mess with my makeup. But if you do your eyeshadow after your base, make sure you put setting powder. I haven't done that, so don't copy me. But do your eyeshadow first. If you feel like you're going to make a mistake or you feel like it's going to drop down onto your makeup, do your eyeshadow first, okay? And then you can do your eyebrows first as well. But we're going to use Cobalt. And we're going to put that on the lid. Like so. And then just build it up. So I ended up actually putting setting powder because it started to get a little kickback over here. So I just tried to save myself. But once you've got it up to your preferred colour, your preferred pigment liking, I'm going to go in with the glitter. So you can do this with any colour. As long as you have a glitter to match your eyeshadow, it'll work, honey. So I'm going to go in with the blue glitter on top. I don't know what I'm doing, actually can't even see, but this is called Sapphire. And I go from the inner corner and I fade it out. So start in the inner corner like that, and then just brush outwards. And I keep this on the lid, so I don't blend this one up like I did the actual base for the blue. This one stays on the lid, so it's like a gradient. So I don't bring the glitter all the way to the end. I kind of like fade it out once I get past the middle. And the way I fade it out is just my pressure just gets lighter. So the inner corner I start with a lot of pressure, and then it just gets lighter as I go out. And then that's literally the eyes, honey. So as you can see, the blue droplets. So we're finna use the brush, which is a setting powder, face powder, and just flick it away. Literally just flick. And then it gets rid of the excess that has dropped off on your face. So this is not rubbing in, it's just flicking away. I'm going to use my bronzer just to go over again. So next is highlight slash blush. So this is from EYESHADOW. This is a Duochrome illuminating powder. So it's like a blush and highlight in one, because it's more on the pinky orange inside, which is more of a blush, but it does highlight as well. So we're gonna get my highlighting brush. Actually, we're gonna use my blush brush instead, and I'm just gonna put it on my cheeks and bring it up. I'm not gonna use too much because I don't really highlight that much but anymore. I do sometimes for special occasions when I really want to shine bright like a diamond. So it just adds a little bit of colour on my face. Right, next we're going to go on to my lashes. So my lashes are from Eyelure London. So again, this is from I think I got it from Superdrug, but you get it from Boots Superdrug, and I believe they're in America. I'm not sure. I think they are. We're going to put that on. I use my, if I can find it, this is my Duo lash glue. I don't be using hair glue, I use actual lash glue, okay? So for my eyelashes, I literally just put the glue on the lash like that, and then I've got a new way which makes it a little bit quicker, is I put my glue on my lid, so like eyeliner. Thanks. So I literally just put it on a little bit on my lid like eyeliner. I actually saw this on TikTok, so thanks TikTok. Like so. I don't put it all the way, so I concentrate just in the middle. And then I'll let that dry for like a couple seconds. So I have a mirror underneath me so I can look down. I get my tweezers and just plonk it on top, literally. And then they sit, and then I just pull the corners to where they're supposed to be. And then I use my other tweezers, which are like clamps, to clamp them together. Then I use my fingers sometimes. And lashes done. This is the quickest for me to do my lashes. Like, I had no mistakes. So if you're struggling for your lashes, give that a try, and make sure you put the glue on your lash and then on your lid like eyeliner, and trust me, it'll make a hell of a difference. I tried it once the other day and it went on like this. It's my second time doing it, it went on like this. So give it a try. So for my mascara for my bottom lashes, so I'm using the trusty old, this is the Great Lash from Maybelline, that green and pink, which I know everyone's had at least once. So I'm putting on my bottom lashes. To make sure it doesn't get on your eyes, you want to look up when you're doing it. So I'm going to use this. Okay, I got a message, we get it. And then just go under just to blend that in a little bit more. And that's it, your eyes are done. We nearly finished, honey. Moving on to the lips. For lips, we're going to use everything from EYESHADOW. So we're going to first go in with, this is Cocoa or Calco from the lip liner at EYESHADOW. So we're going to draw that. And then I'm going to use, this is Teddy. No, oh, I think I always say Teddy, I don't know why. Lace Detail from the Lip Lingerie. And we're going to put this in the center to create an ombre lip. And just rub that together. And that's how you do that gradient, child. Add a little bit of gloss. So this is Butter Gloss. This is in the color Fortune Cookie. I literally only put it right in the center. And then rub it out like that. Just so it keeps the brown outline. And then to finish, we finna, spray it all together again. I'm gonna fan and then I'll be right back. And we're ready to go out. I just threw this on for an effect because this is coming right back off. I'm gonna put my head wrap back on my face, on my head once I've taken this off my face. But yeah, I just wanted to show you the, I get it. Like, I know I should have put you on silent because you're just interrupting all the time. Anyway, so this is the finished look. You know, way to go out on the town, way to go out with your brethrens, and it's a nice easy look. I hope that you can follow it. If you did follow it, please comment down below. Don't be shy to leave a comment. I love interacting with people, so make sure you know, comment down below. I'm gonna take a couple of pictures and the pictures will be up on my makeup Instagram, so that's beauty at beauty. But next video right there, and subscribe right here. Peace.
It's not an icy girl year, it's an icy girl decade. You feel me? I know that's right, and never ever motherfucking wrong. Don't play with it, stay with it, little mama.